Hey everyone, Mr. Randa here. Thanks for coming back. This is Quadratics video Suite 16. This one is Imaginary Number Arithmetic, Part Dos. Continuing from the last video I had made, here we go. I'm going to have 6 examples for you, and that will be it. So, here I've got a foiling problem with imaginary numbers. So, I'm going to attack it just like I would if it was x's instead of i's. The same ideas apply, but it's going to be a little different at the end. Here we go. So, 5 times 3, 15, right? 5 times 4i, 20i, 6i times 3, 18i, and then 6i times 4i plus 24i squared, because I times I. Okay, easy part. This is 15. This becomes 38 i's, because you have 20 plus 18. And this, though, because I squared is negative 1, this becomes minus 24. Okay? So if you have an I squared again, make that negative 1. So what I have then for my answer is 15 minus 24, so negative 9 plus 38i. That's the most simplified, reduced form. And again, if you put 38i before negative 9, I don't care, it's still right. It's just I always put the real numbers first when I do it myself. So there's the first one. So again, I squared, negative 1. That's the key thing to take from this. Next one, 7 minus 2i squared. This is not 49 plus 4i squared, guys. You should know this by now. You've got to FOIL this correctly, because it's 7 minus 2i multiplied by itself. 7 minus 2i times 7 minus 2i. So what I have then is 49, 7 times negative 2, minus 14i, 2i times 7, well, negative 2i times 7, so negative 14i, and then your last, you have negative 2 times negative 2, I can't talk right now, positive 4, and then I squared, whoops, lost myself there, I'm sorry guys, 49 minus 14i minus 14i plus 4i squared, that's the FOIL here, but the 4i squared becomes minus 4. This becomes 49, this is 49, and then negative 28i, because minus 14 minus 14. So what I have then is 45 minus 28i. And that is the most reduced, simplified, best answer, perfect points to give. Let's try another one. This one, if you want to, why don't you pause the video, do it yourself, skip ahead, see if you got it right. If you can. If not, watch me do it right now. And go. So, this one I'm going to FOIL out. It's going to be negative 8, and then plus 80i, because I have minus 8 and minus 10, and then plus 3i, and you should notice by now, guys, that I make my eyes curled on the bottom and kind of exaggerate that circle over the top, so I know it's not a 1. My handwriting's not the best, as you all I'm sure know by now, so it's just a way for me to make sure it's not a 1. Anyways, and your last part, minus 30i squared. So this is still negative 8, right? This part here becomes plus 83i, and this part, because it's I squared, it's minus 30 times negative 1. So it's actually plus 30. So I have negative 8 plus 30, and then plus the 83i. So my best answer to give is actually 22 plus 83i. That's the best FOILed version, the best simplified reduced, again, perfect points version to give, right? If you see I squareds, make that sucker a negative 1 and keep going. Here's the fourth one and the last one for foiling. So this one again, pause the video, try it yourself, come back, see if you're right. If you got it yourself, then you're all good. If not, bring questions in class. Okay, here I go. So I have 4, and then minus 9i, and then plus 8i, and then minus 18i squared. So 4, and then minus 1i, because I have minus 9 and plus 8. And this becomes, put over here, a plus 18, because it's negative 18, and this part right here becomes negative 1. So I have 22 minus I. You can put a 1 there if you want. It's 22 minus 1i, but that's what it basically is. 22 minus I. There you go. So there's 4 examples of foiling. Let's look at 2 equations. These are pretty basic, but here we go. So let's say this is my equation. So 3x squared equals negative 300. If I'm going to solve this, I'm going to obviously divide by 3 of both sides right away. So then what I have is x squared equals negative 100. So this, in algebra 1, is no solution. In algebra 2, we can do better than that. So we're going to square root both sides. So I have x by itself. And this becomes, break that down, negative 1 and 100. Root 100 is 10. This becomes plus or minus 10i. Since this part is 10 and this part is I, and taking a square root, I get plus or minus. So if you're not sure about this, rewind the video, watch it again. But right now I'm going to go on. Next one, 6x squared plus 42 equals 0. Well, here I'm going to use the square roots method. So my first step is going to be to take away 42 from both sides. So I have 6x squared equals negative 42. So I'm going to divide both sides by 6, because I don't want that 6 there anymore. Just kind of tired of looking at it. So x squared equals negative 7. So to solve this, I'm going to square root both sides. So I have x, and then I have plus or minus I root 7. Because again, a negative in the radical, just pull out an I, and it's the same as it was before. You can make this decimal if you want to, but you don't have to. You can stop right here, and this is a perfectly perfect and fine answer. So there you go, guys. There's a little intro, again, on how to work with imaginary numbers. Hopefully you stuck with me through both my videos, 15 and 16. If you have questions, guys, ask your friends, ask me, ask someone else. But please ask questions often and early and all the time. And I will see you guys, and stop talking now, so I'll see you in class. Adios.